right, we're live. Oh, I should turn off the air conditioner. All right, so we're live. I'll wait for some people to get in. Can I? They can test it. Oh, you can actually test it. Sorry, I'm just testing some things here. All right, there we go. All right. Welcome to Kotsko's Corner, episode 1. Today, we're going to be talking week 1 of BWBL Wiffle Ball. And we're going to talk, exactly, we had the Charity Classic last week. Got week 1 coming up. I'm excited. I am really excited. Just going to wait for a few people to get in. I'll give it like 5 minutes. Just giving it a little time. All right, so I'll talk a little bit about the BWBL Charity Classic that was this past weekend. My team actually ended up losing, but Dewar's team and Kings of the North ended up being co-champs. They decided to just become decided to be co-champs. So that was interesting. I don't think that's ever really happened before. But talking a little bit about Ma, the Dinos ended up going to the semifinals. They ended up losing to Withink on a walk-off, and then the Juggernauts won the Best of the Best championship. So Brett had a really good performance out at Ma. Happy for him right there. I know for a fact that there's a couple guys playing down in Old Line as the Free Jacks, and they're playing, I believe, the Marauders this week. Yeah, I think they're playing the Marauders. They're playing at 2. So, there's that. Trying to figure out more stuff to fill with this. Give it a few. I keep stopping. What I'm saying. Mostly because I'm trying to think of stuff. And not really many people are on. And I'm already 4 minutes in. I got 3 of my stuff done. 3 of my things I wanted to say. So if anyone's got any questions, let me know. Because I'm going to talk about these 4 series that we got for week 1 opening day. So I would say, our first series of the day, we got the 5 Locos and the False Idols. There was a lot that happened this week with those 2 teams. Well, one of them. The second one, Tom Hannon's back on the False Idols. And the 5 Locos brought in Joey Dewar, Mikey Holloway, and Zach Artem. I don't know how often Artem and Dewar are going to be around, but that really helps 5 Locos as a pitching staff. I did like their staff a little bit last year. They were rocky at times, but I thought they were really. But when they were good, they were really good. Um, they had the hitting. Their hitting was phenomenal last year. I think Augie had like 8 or 9 home runs. Um, and then like putting their like if they have Artem and Doer for a half a season, they're set. They're going to be really good. Now, will they be there for week 1? I don't know. I do know about the Idols though. I'm their captain. So we have obviously the 2-time MVP Brett Kalady, and we will have. I don't know what Tom's doing. I don't know who we have. I know who we have. We had a Dave Brigido. We had a Mike Cinti. Something's in my eye. I think, like, in my opinion, I think the False Idol sweep. Wouldn't be surprised by a split though. Would not be surprised if it was a split, but I think we have. I feel like, I mean, I've been feeling confident about us all off season. So, yeah, at the end, it's a False Idols sweep. The next series, we got the 570 versus the Kings of the North. This one's a really lopsided one, in my opinion. Kings of the North did actually add some players to their roster and especially in veteran Ryan Hart. They still have their core intact. They have Alex Fishilo, they have Steve Dotzel, they have Andy Pack, they have Jake Lukacic, George Moser, who was probably third on their pitching staff, and that's pretty much what I'll say. Like, he was, I think, their third pitcher, and he actually did log some innings. So there's that one. So they're a really good. They're always been really good hitting. They've been always a really good hitting team. But like, and then 570 it's a combination of Diamond Dogs and BDE. I mean, Julian's out for the first 2 weeks, but they got Dylan Ryman. I think Bob Ryman's playing. Alex Rodriguez is playing, and no, not that Alex Rodriguez. And they got a couple new guys, but this one's a tough match. This one's just going to be a tough one, in my opinion. But there is no question. I still think Kings sweep this series, and they actually have to play, and they're playing in the divisions. So I should talk about the divisions. So one division has the Kings of the North, False Idols, Road RK. I actually forget sometimes. I don't know how you do that, but RK and 570. So that's one division. The other division is Scared Hitless, Bases Loaded, Jenkins Owls, and Five Locos. So we got those teams. So that's our divisions. I actually forgot to mention about those divisions. A lot of people are joking about Scared Hitless playing in the Mickey Mouse division, but I don't know what to tell you there. So we got 2 series down. We got what I think is the series of the week. It is RK versus Scared Hitless. It's gonna be. I feel like that's a really good matchup to start week 1. The question I have is, will Teddy pitch? I don't know if Teddy will pitch. I don't know what's going on. However, I do know Scared Hitless will have Nick, and I assume Gerald's pitching. I would think Gerald's pitching, but I don't. The number 2 pitcher for Scared Hitless is the question mark for me. It really depends on who they match him up with, because Nick, I feel like that's going to be a split with Scared Hitless and Roadkill, but I think if they can get off, they will have a tough time, I think, hitting Nick, in my opinion. I think Scared Hills will just have a hard time hitting Nick. I don't know. Well, it really depends on how the pitching matchups go. If Teddy's not able to pitch, are they gonna go? Are they gonna feel confident? Are they gonna try to get Jackson up against the 2, or are they gonna have? They're gonna put Nick up against Jackson, or are they gonna put Nick against Jacob Hunter? I just there's a lot of questions. There's a lot of questions in that matchup because it seems very just strategic. Also, I do have to say, will JJ Neely show up this week? That is the big question there. If he's there, I think their offense. I think Roadkill's offense. Oh, I said it. I can't say. I don't know if I can say that technically. We'll see. But RK's offense is yeah, I keep forgetting. I don't know if I should say that, but oh, it's starting to glitch. That's not a good thing. Should I keep stocking or no? Yeah, it's fine. It's working just fine before. Okay. Okay, there we go. Sorry, we had a bit of a issue. We had a bit of a connection issue. So, all right, we're already at 3 of these series. We're already at these 3 of these series. I'm actually going to share it. So, yeah, sorry about that. I thought it stopped for a minute, and then I realized it mutes the mic. Okay. All right, there we go. Said to share it just to make sure because we were already a few minutes in and we already got through all 3. So we got through 3 series. I predict a false idol sweep, a king sweep, and I'm gonna go with a scared hitless road split. So we got that, and then we got our last series, which is. Oh. I don't like how this does this. Make sure I can move. Okay. Okay, I'm just making sure I can move because I don't want to be in that position. Okay. So, I think I'll just keep talking. So we got bases for our last series of the day. We got bases loaded taking on the Jenkins Owls. So this was a matchup in the Charity Classic first round where bases loaded actually did win. Bases loaded won the game. I believe it was 2-1. I don't know 100% what the score was. I think it was 2-1. Now, I don't know 100%. The Owls actually did pull off an upset in the Charity Classic. They did defeat the defending champion False Locos to basically not to win a game. I did not see that coming. I will not lie about that one. Basilio didn't have Homza, in that game. So and it's very interesting. So I think like I think the Owls can definitely take a win. I predicted so in the article I made, I had an Owl sweep. I it could go the other way. Won't lie, it could go the other way. Though I just the Owls didn't have Hess either, so that's something to think about as well. They've Hess. I don't know if they'll have Hess today on Sunday, but they could be a really interesting. But that could be an interesting one right there. Um, just I'm very fat. Like that one is an interesting series. Just to and who's going to pitch for bases? And I actually don't know who's pitching for bases loaded. Could it be Kenny? Could Mike White be there? Um, I really don't know. It'd be a really interesting. Or is Kevin Sickle pitching? That I am very curious who bases loaded will be throwing. I don't know much about Jenkins Owls, but I feel like they could be really interesting. I just feel like that could be really interesting right there. I just think like that one's an interesting series on paper. I feel like there's going to be a lot of it might be high scoring. I don't know. But that'll be a really interesting series. I can see it either way. I can see either way. I think I can see a sweep up by the Owls, a sweep at bases loaded, or a split. I just I just think it would be an interesting one. I just think it's going to be an interesting series. The 3 of the 4 series are really interesting. I just, and why am I glitching? Now it works. I say it and it actually stops doing that. That's interesting. Um, so I see. So my predictions, as I said before, idle sweep, king sweep, RK, scared hitless, split, and I'm gonna go with an owl sweep. Wouldn't be surprised by if bases loaded were to sweep. Wouldn't be surprised by a split either. I just I don't know how to feel about. I just don't know how to feel about that series. It just would be a really interesting one. So, with that being said, I am signing out and have a good day, everyone. Enjoy the games.